Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, traders. How's everybody doing out there? Let's get it. Let's go. Bull market 2025 is here. It has arrived. Let's go. What a fucking weekend, man. What a fucking weekend. Let's fucking go, boys. How's everybody doing? Let's fucking get into it, man. God damn it, man. What a weekend. Did you guys see that ETH pump? Holy shit. Let's go, man. Shit has just been blasting. Crypto is fucking back. We're fucking back, boys. Fucking back, man. It's been so long since we've been back. It's been a while. It's been a long while. Not too much news today. Yeah, Robust. Good morning, brother. Good morning, man. Like, you know, I was saying Ethereum this year is going to outperform Bitcoin, and I was screaming about buying Ethereum. We were flipping into Ethereum at like 1700, at 1600, at 1500. I bought tons, man. I put in tons. We're just getting started with this shit too, man. Really. Let's fucking go. Ethereum been suppressed. It's been suppressed for so long, you know what I mean? It was so sad for the Ethereum holders for so long. But when you know, ETH BTC, can bring it up on the charts here. Yeah, ETH BTC. Like when we were coming down here, we were just waiting for a 4-hour gain, you know what I mean? This was like the first main one that happened. I mean, this happened here. You could have even been getting involved here. Right here. You know? And then they made a new low. No gain, no gain. And then they made a gain here. So like these are the two areas that we were looking to get involved here on Ethereum when we were down here. You know. So we did flip Bitcoin in, and I was just buying Ethereum outright, just with capital, just because we had dropped so much. You know what I mean? Once we dropped this, I got involved in some Ethereum back here. Once we dropped this, I was just waiting for another gain, right? So once we dropped this, I was waiting for a gain. The first gain on the USD pair was right here. You know? So this was the area where we were heavily getting back involved. I did put my initials buys were in here, but I put in a lot more down here, and I haven't even taken not even one profit target yet. This is an area though of support or of resistance. I honestly think we're headed much higher though now, folks. You know, I truly believe the low is in at this point. I was talking to another buddy I have, he's in stocks, and he was like, no, Warren Buffett said there's nothing worth buying right now. And I was like, okay, man, you keep listening to Warren Buffett, I guess. I was like, now's the time to buy, and crypto's the thing to put it in. What's going on, Crossman? I hope you're safe, brother. Oh no, really? That's so brutal, man. Like, people just don't understand. This is how this shit works. You need to look at like the longer term picture, right? Like the long term, the real long term, you know? Like looking at BTC on like the 3-month, the 3-month candles. All right, let's look at BTC on the 3-month candles. You know, what have we done here? We just came down and we tested. We're just holding, man. You know? Like, we're just fucking holding, man. You know, we're just holding. This fucking business as usual, you know? Really. Everything's better than good, man. Like, we're gonna see, you know, this has the potential to go to fairly high, man, you know? We're talking about 131 at least. Next one's up is at 66. So, you know, these areas, not that far out, but like these areas, you know. And then I do believe that we're going to take out this low. Or at least this one. If I had to guess, I would guess we're gonna have a killer 2025, 2026, and then we're gonna come down like this, and maybe even take this out. That would be my guess. Longer term time frame stuff. Yes. Like, look at ES in the 3-month. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a coincidence that we, you know, that we did this, you know? You know, this is not, these aren't coincidence areas, you know? It's really big time frame stuff, right? So I honestly think we're gonna have a whole into the end of the year. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be into the end of the year. It's gonna be a bull market, like a full-on bull. I'm thinking ES at 7,000. And then honestly, depending on what happens with like the geopolitical stuff and like what happens in the world, if there's like a World War III or whatever, I was talking before about ES taking out this low. You know, it might happen. You never know, man. You know, that'd be a fucking crazy drop, man. Can you imagine? From 7,000 down to like 3? Fuck. Anyway, it's enough big time frame picture. Look at this fucking pump, man. Holy shit. Let's look at Ethereum again. What a weekend. What a goddamn weekend. No? God damn it, man. Look at this shit. Wow. It's a 50% move, dude. Crazy, dude. Crazy. From the bottom, it's like 60 or 70%. 88% from the bottom now. I didn't catch all that, but like my average in is like here, 16 around. Already up 50%. Let's fucking go. It's not just, yeah, in ETH is not just like little money either, boys. I have like I flipped over my whole retirement portfolio into crypto. Everything is crypto for me at this point. Everything. I'm full in. fully invested. I have the ether fucking EFT. I have IBIT EFT about a little bit more heavy on Ethereum than like it's like a 60-40 split at this point. And then I have a whole bunch of ETH and a whole bunch of Bitcoin. That's basically it. I don't really have too many of these other altcoin plays. Most of my stuff is on, not most, but I have a portion of my ETH on this DEX here. I got 13 grand here, and then I have another 22 in Bitcoin on this side. This isn't everything I own, but these guys are paying out pretty good rips. You know what I mean? Just to hold ETH, I'm getting 8%, an 8% APY just to hold it with these guys. You know, pretty good. It's all in a smart contract, so it's not like they even have access to it. Not too bad, man. Not too bad, you know? Not too shabby. See if we can make some fucking money today, huh? Back in the trade? Back in the trading? Okay. You guys have any charts you want me to look at? I know there's a few of you in the Discord that are having a little trouble. Let's get you on here, man. What do you guys want to come on the mic? I can train you right on the fucking stream, you know? Nifty? Always with the nifty. Nifty rips too. What a ripper. So re-achieved at this point. Yeah. Would have been nice if they would have came and took that out, but they did not. So now you should just, for the nifty, you should just keep an eye on this, right? Like, because there's a big liquidity here now from everyone who got in late. So this should be on your radar. Yeah, your stocks are doing well too, Craftsman. That's great. That's great to hear. So this level should just be on your radar. You know what I mean? Because there's a little bit of liquidity there now. It's not really that level. It's this level here. So, you know, if they do come back down, this order block is going to be a pretty big thing to keep an eye on. Whenever that is, right? We might go to new highs first or whatever, right? But when we do come back down, that's because this is an untested weekly order block here now, so it's going to be very important that you keep an eye on that. Be that in a year or whatever, right? Like when it does come back down to that, is going to be important that you keep an eye on it, because that could be an area for sure that it's gonna react at. Donkey Trader, what's up, brother? Come on the mic. Let's go. Jump in the Discord. Let's get you sorted out. What do you need to know, man? Can I do analysis from the start? I need to know what you need to know, brother. You know, you've taken the dope course, right? So like, I don't understand what's your question. Dope lays it right out for you. So I don't understand what what the problem is. I don't understand what you're having problems with. Market structure. What do you mean by market structure? The most important thing is an untested level. Do you understand how to find an untested level? Do you understand what an untested level is? You say market structure, you don't know how to enter, you don't know when to enter on lower time frames. So the lower time frames act exactly the same as the higher time frames. Yeah, honestly, Craftsman, I know. I'm gonna just try to break it down for him a little bit, just so he's not confused, right? Let's just break this down a little bit for you, okay? Just as easy, just trying to do this as easy as possible for you, okay? You don't need to get too confused with, like, you know, anything really. There's nothing to get confused about. All right. So you don't understand so it's good to have multiple time frame analysis, right? Let me just record this shit. All right. So it's good to have multiple time frame analysis, right? Like you need to be looking at the 4 hour for your main idea, and then if you're swing trading, if you're trading a little bit more like local, like to the time, like just to the session, then it's a little bit different. But you know, if you're trading like for a swing trade, then you know what you're looking for is just either a failure or a gain at the end of the current trend. Everything is in like sections too, right? Like the section of this, like this is a trend right here, you know, from here to here, it's trending down, right? Then this gained the 4 hour swing, and it gained it with a gap. So when it gains it with a gap like that, you know, when it gains it with like a gap like this, that's signaling to you that this 4 hour order block is untested. So when the price, you know, comes back down to this level, you don't even have to be like fucking prim and proper on the levels, man. It's just like this area, when the price comes back down to this 4 hour area, right? It's not even proper. It's not even like, you don't even worry about how exact the level is or whatever. When the price comes down to this area, you're going to be interested in longs. That's it. You know what I mean? You just need to understand that, because you know because that's just what the trend is showing here, right? The trend is showing a 4 hour gain, right? A 4 hour gain over top of this, and it left a gap. Leaves a big gap, or you can use a volume indicator if you want, but I just look at the chart. If you look at the chart and you see a gap like that, there's a lot of volume that came in there, right? So like it's just the easiest way for you, a new person, to look at the chart and be like, there's an untested level there. You know what I mean? All right. So now that's the 4 hour idea. So on the smaller time frame, you're going to be looking at the 15 minute, and you're going to look at the area, right? Right? This one's not even the best example. Really, this isn't even the best example, but I'll show you. It still works. All right. So the price is coming down. It's in your area. Makes a higher low. You're still not even interested in. You're interested in just proper trading, right? So the proper trading is waiting for this to gain. This is the containment right here between this and this. So it's coming down. Not saying that it's wrong to take a you can take little stabs like this, because the stop is so fucking good, right? Like you can take a stab right here and put your stop here, because you're aiming for above the 4 hour, right? So it doesn't really matter. You could do that, but let's just put that aside. That's just a different kind of strategy. Let's put that aside for right now. Let's just focus on gains and losses, right? So the 15-minute chart has come down to the 4-hour area of interest, and now you're looking for a gain of this level right above the top of it, not even the bottom of it. It's real easy, right? It's real simple. You know, let's not make this difficult. Trading's difficult enough with the emotion that's involved. The level that you're looking for it to gain is this, right? You're looking for it to get closes above that, not just closes above. You need it to gain and create a fair value gap or an imbalance in the market. All right. So when did that happen? Let's have a look and see. Oh, here we started getting closes above this candle right here. You know, you can see that right here. This candle started getting closes above, then it continued higher. Perfect. It created a gap right here. You understand what a fair value gap is, or an imbalance in the market? When you see something like this, an imbalance at the level where it's gaining, that's signaling to you that that's an untested level. So that's signaling to you the next time that the price approaches there, you're going to be looking to enter, right? And what you're looking to enter in is this new order block that's been created here, right? This one between here and here. Since the bottom of it was tested multiple times here on the way up, you really want to be looking at the top of it. So the next time the price, you can see that the price is reacting like crazy to this level, right? So that's why it's reacting like that. So entry 1 could be there, goes a little bit lower, maybe a sweep of liquidity. You could put entry 2, or really you could have just put your entries right here and your stop below this. You know what I mean? Make it real nice and easy, because if the price starts challenging down here, these tested areas, it's probably going a lot lower. You know what I mean? So you want the price to hold up somewhere up in here, right? Because taking a little bit of liquidity and then moving is fine, but once you start pushing into like tested areas that are all tested, you know, the price is probably going to move a lot lower. There is this down here, could have went there too and then popped off, you know, but is what it is. The safest way to play this would have been to put your entries here and your stops down here, but because that stop's so big, for me, I would rather play it like this. I would rather play it entry here, stop here, and then if the price went down here, enter again, stop here. So two different kind of entries there. And then when you're doing your entries, the idea is the 4-hour time frame, right? Like the idea is not on the 15-minute, it's on the 4-hour, right? So if your entry was here, you know, it's hard for me to get. Let me just go back to 15, just do this proper. Okay, so the first one, let's say the entry was here, long position. Let's say it was at the top here, the entry was there, and the stop would have been here. You can even have it a little bit down further, something like that. Your target's going to be like on the 4-hour, right? Like your first target is going to be is not going to be until here, this swing, and then leave runners. I hope that made sense. You know what I mean? That's a basic breakdown, you know what I mean, of how I trade. I don't have a million setups that I use, you know what I mean? I use that. That's it. You know, don't complicate this more than it needs to be. Can I show a 4-hour rejection to the previous high entry on the 15-minute? Huh? What? What do you mean reject the previous high? You mean like a failure to like a? Well, no, I think it is. So something like this here, yeah. You're talking about you're talking about the like on a rejection of this, or sorry, a rejection of this, like these previous highs, like when it rejected here, here, or here. Is that what you mean? Yes. Okay. So this is called a failure to lose setup, or failure to gain. This one's a failure to gain. In the reverse, it's failure to lose. This one's straight out of Dope's course, right? Like if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, you should really take his course. But I know Donkey Trader already taken it. But this is the same thing, man. You would analyze this stuff on the smaller time frame. Sure, you can. So let's put it here. This is the area of interest. You know what I mean? So when it comes up here, you want to be looking on the 15-minute chart for entries. Oh God. I can't go back because I don't have the premium enough plan or whatever. Really? I can do it on this. Maybe. Probably can't because this doesn't go back far enough because it's the futures contract. You can just find another example of it. Just a second. So how about this one? Failure to gain this, right? So this is the exact same thing, man. Literally exactly the same. Getting into your area of interest here, yeah. This makes sense to you, right, Donkey Trader? Like the this is the 4 hour, and this is the previous highs, right? So when you're approaching this again is where you're gonna be looking for reactions, right? You could have honestly been looking here too, but let's just talk about this one here. Let's talk about this here. Yeah, okay, good. So literally the exact same thing, right? You're looking for a failure here, right? All right, trend's coming up, makes a 15-minute swing here, loses the 15-minute, has a close below, and closes below with a gap. You understand when I say gaps, right? Like this is like an imbalance in the market. The imbalance is happening at a higher time frame area of interest and at a loss of a swing here, right? So when the price comes back up here, you're going to be looking to enter on this swing, right? And here, because it's so close, you would just put your stop above, and you would be targeting down here for the first target, right? Very nice and simple, man. Nice and easy. So this is a short position. Can target this. You can put your targets in a couple different, or your entries in a couple different spots. You can put it at the start of the swing. You can put it at the start of this. You could put it. You can. What I like to do is layer my entry, right? So I catch like the whole move, and then your target is going to be below this, right? For a continuation down. Yeah. What I like to do for my entries is I would put a small order here. Hold on. get this out of here so we can really see. I would put a small order here, and then I'd put a bigger order here, and then I would put a bigger order here, and then I would put a bigger order here, and then I would put a huge order here, and then I would put a fucking massive order here. That's how I would stagger these entries. So when the price comes up, you're gonna catch the whole fucking move. You're gonna have a great entry, right? Even if you don't hit your big ones, doesn't matter. You have a really great entry, right? And then as soon as the price dumps and loses a level here, you move your stop up to break even. You know what I mean? Until you hit your target. Then you move your stop up even more. Trail this shit, right? Trail it here. Like how I would do it is I would trail it here. Take one PT here, and then I would be trailing it up. It made new lows when, especially it makes a low like this, makes a low like that. Your if you don't have closes below, you know, if it doesn't have a close below and it's showing you a move like that, then that's a reversal sign, right? When it doesn't have a new, like when you're trending down and you don't have a close down here before shooting back up, then that's kind of a reversal sign. Like if you close the candle above the previous swing, that's a reversal. Like on the Bitcoin weekly, you can see it. Stupid thing, man. Just looking at the Bitcoin weekly. So like last time we were up here, you know, Bitcoin made a new weekly swing high, came down, held the lows here, tried to make a new high, did not, dumped, took the liquidity, tried to make a new high, and then it just had a wick, had closes down here. So like you needed a close above this. So without closing above that, that's telling you it's time for a dump. You know what I mean? That's how this works. Same with here. Look at this. So like, you know, we're trending down, and then a pump up. So you needed to have a close below this, right? If you don't have a close below that, then that's signaling to you that it's going to change direction, right? This happens all the time, dude. This is not like new theories or anything like that. Like you either when the market's going down like this, this has to close below this. If it pumps up and closes up here somewhere, that's telling you, man, that they're trying to hold this level. You know what I mean? They're trying to hold it. They're trying to turn it around. So like that, you're probably gonna get a move like this. You know what I mean? Something like that. You know? Just very basic market structure shit, man. Like this is basic stuff. This is not difficult shit to think about. This is not hard, really, man. This is not. The market only moves in two ways, man. It's either going up or it's going fucking down. That's it. Even if it's going sideways slowly, it'll either be going up or it'll either be going down. Like even when you had this consolidation here in Bitcoin, it was still moving down. You know what I mean? We were making lower lows. We're making lower lows. Until this lower low couldn't close below this one. And they held previous low, last low. Like very like this is like the most generic stuff going, really. And honestly, you should trade like that. You should really try to make it as fucking dead simple as possible. The simpler you make it, the easier it's going to be, because there's no thinking involved anymore. It's just like, oh yeah, whatever the market says, whatever the fucking chart says, man. Anyway, I hope that helped, Donkey Trader. That's the best way I know how to break it down for you, man. We'll put this out on the YouTube channel for training. Sorry about that. I tried to stop the fucking stream, or I tried to stop the recording and I just turned off the stream. Good. Stupid. You also recorded it, Craftsman? Yeah, I recorded it here too, so I have a good copy of it. I even recorded vertical form, so I can put it out on a bunch of clips. But really, man, like honestly, it's that easy, dude. Really, it's not fucking difficult, man. Once after you've been around a while, man, it's really not difficult, man. It's just the same fucking shit happens all the time in literally every fucking market, on literally every time frame. It's not, you know, it happens on everywhere. I don't know. I hope that made sense though for you guys, man. Some of you new guys, man. I know. I understand it's like trading is a little difficult at first. But you know, if you stick with it, it's fine. Eventually you just, you know, you don't take stupid setups anymore. You just take good ones. Yeah, I tried to explain it a little as dumbed down and as easy as possible. And there's like a million different setups, you know what I mean? There really is. And I'm not saying that like falling wedge patterns aren't real and like bull flags aren't real. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is what I explained there, that's probably the easiest way for you to get involved in trading. Honestly, that's probably the easiest way. Just do that. You know, trading's a lot funner when you're profitable, you know what I mean? You know, and you don't need to be making like Lambo money, you know. Just worry about making like, you know, a few $100s a day. Change your life, dude. You know, especially if you're not at that stage. If you make a few hundred, and once you start making a few $100s extra a day, it's life changing. So, you know, you should just concentrate on that. Don't concentrate on making Lambos and getting rich. And really, you should just try not to focus on the money at all right away. Failed rejection. No, so if it's a higher time frame idea, then you're entering on the smaller time frame. So the smaller time frame needs to give you confirmation too, right? You don't just enter in on the big time frame. You need to wait for the smaller time frame to also have the confirmation. Now, sometimes you miss trades like that, right? Oh well, just, you know, go to the next one until you don't miss the trade, because you don't miss all of them. ES analysis. So the futures are a little bit harder to trade, for sure. But it's the exact same shit. You see, the futures, sometimes they hang out in an area for a while, but basically it's the exact same shit. So you're looking at a higher time frame level, like the 4 hour. So here's the 4-hour gain, right? ES is in a downtrend, right? ES is in a wicked downtrend, right? Making new lows, never achieving. You know what I mean? This is what they needed to achieve. Like on the just looking at this little downtrend here, this is what they needed to achieve. Didn't achieve it, so obviously lower, right? Then this is what they needed to achieve. Nope, made a new low. Yeah, make a new low, so they need this to achieve. Nope, make a new low, make a new low here. They need this to achieve. Oh, look, they achieved it. Okay, so let's look at what happened in the achievement. We're looking for a gap. Oh, look, there's a gap here. Wouldn't you know it? There's a gap right here. All right, so now that you know that there's a gap there, and there's that's the area you're looking at for entry, right? You can just highlight it or whatever, right? This is the area. This is the order block that you're looking at for entry. Now, you're looking at this order block. Has the bottom of this order block been tested on the way up? That's what you should ask yourself. It has, multiple times, especially right here. Like, don't even worry about this one or this one, but this one, they bought the shit out of that, right? So that is testing that bottom one. All right, so now we're looking at the top one. So the next time that it comes into this top side, you're looking for entries. So you'd be looking on the smaller time frame. Is that the one that I had? Oh, I don't know if it's I can't go back that far on the smaller time frame, unfortunately. March can't go back to March. Won't let me. Oh yeah, I can. Is this March? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, good. All right. Still. All right, so it's coming down. It's in your area of interest, so we're looking for gains above this. Did it have closes above with a gap here? No. New low. All right, so we're looking for gains above this with a gap. Didn't really leave a gap, so I wouldn't be getting involved. Would you miss this trade? Yeah, I would. Continues to gain, right? It continues to gain here, right? But this is looking a little shady, you know what I mean? For me, this would look a little shady because it's not creating any, there's no volume there, right? It's just like moving like this, right? It's not moving very much. So for me, I would also not trade that. Like I wouldn't have any trades here until we see a gap. This is the first time where we see a gap on the 15-minute chart right here. Yeah. Right here between this and this. Right? Between this candle here and this candle here. It's the first time we see a gap. It's not a huge one, but we still see a gap there. So now we got to see what they're gaining. You know what I mean? We got to take we got to take a step back because they've already gained the 15 minutes. So what are they gaining here? Like they just gained this, right? So what is that? So we need to look on like the 1 hour, maybe, I don't know, to look at it and see. Yeah. So it's not only is it a 1 hour, I think it's the 4 hour. Yeah, it is the 4 hour. So they gained the 4 hour there. So gaining the 4 hour there, kind of a big deal. You know what I mean? So this would be the first time that I would be interested in getting involved. So going back to the 15-minute now. That's why the ES is just a little bit, the futures are just a little bit more difficult than because the setups aren't as clean, right? Where the fuck is it now? Jesus. All right. All right, so this is the area that you're interested in. This gap. So you'd be looking at, you were looking at the 4 hour, so you're looking at the top, so this is the 4 hour. The way that you would trade this is you would be entering in on long. You'd be entering in on the tops of this, right? So like you'd be entering in here. Yeah, I would have probably put the entry in there. And then I would have put the stop would have been here, below this swing here. And then I would have targeted new highs. You targeted that. Targeted above this. Yeah, that's probably, that would have been the trade. You know what I mean? So you're risking, it's a 5 risk to reward. That would have been the trade. It would have been one trade. Out of all this mess would have been one trade. Like all this disaster, there would have been one trade for me. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about like this giant dump and like all this pump and like this is over like three days. You know what I mean? Of the 3 days of, what is this? It starts on the 13th and ends on the, yeah, it ends on the 17th. This is like 5 days worth of trading. I would have traded, there's one proper setup here. Can I explain an order block? An order block is just a swing, dude. There's order blocks all over the place, right? Let's just clear this off a bit just so you can see it a little bit better. So looking at the same area on the 15-minute chart, so we made a new low, and then once we gain this, this is the order block from here to here. So that's the order block. They're everywhere. Look, right here, there's another one. Just made new low. They gained it. This is an order block. This is an internal gain, so it's not as good as an external gain. This is a great example of a trade to take right here. So it's making new lows. It's making new lows. Made a new low. It's hard because you need to see where it's testing over there, right? Gains this order block with a fair value gap. So you'd be entering here and you'd put your stop here. This is the order block. We're gonna take a trade today, man. Yeah, we got 200K in funding. Should we trade, or should we just keep doing this bullshit? Any other questions out there, guys? I know I'm here to help you, man. Like what do you guys need, man? What do you need from me? What do you need from me for you to be successful in trading? Tell me how can I help you? You know? Just tell me what you need, man. The more harder part, what do I think about ES today? I think it's pushing highs, right? I didn't even really look at it. Yeah. So watching it for a short. Yeah, just watching it for a short because it's made new 4 hour highs, right? It made a new 4 hour. It cleared this, So this is a good spot for it to reject. There is a gap here now, like a gap. Usually gaps get filled, so be kind of watching that. That's kind of what it looks like on the 4 hour. It did make a new 4 hour high, and it did have a close above, so still looking okay. Internal close above too. You know, it's just not the cleanest, you know what I mean? That's these fucking futures charts, never the fucking cleanest. I do like this gap down here. What was this? Like, this would have been a perfect trade to take right here on the 8th. Like, this is a dirty chart, you know what I mean? This is not giving me my setup. My setup, I need this to go higher first. So if this doesn't go higher first, then take out the lows, then come back up and like reject something here, I won't be getting into a trade. It's as simple as that, you know what I mean? Like, I just won't I don't trade unless it's a perfect setup. Unless I'm trying to pass evaluation accounts. Then I just fire everything at the wall at the same time, try to pass the account as soon as possible. Let's see what we're rejecting here on ES. There's a few levels that are coming up here. This is delayed too. I gotta log in my fucking account. God damn it. Hey. Just stay logged in, you know? Stupid. I hope you guys got a little bit of value out of that anyway. Got about 30 minutes until market open. Hasn't really moved much. It's updating. All right, guys. Let's have a quick look at the NQ also, yeah? He's a little bit cleaner. This NQ is giving you a proper level to reject, right? So, you know, it makes it real easy for NQ. You just, if we start seeing lower than that with a gap, then we're looking at shorts. Real simple, man. Real simple. No. Look, it did it over here too, man. Like, it did it right here. Look at this. So it came down. It came now. NQ, you can't really take these trades on NQ because the stop would just be so huge, right? But it still gives you, NQ is probably the cleanest out of everything this shit happens on. So it came down, gained this, didn't gain it with a gap because they filled it right away, right? So that's not really a gap. So you need to just keep waiting, and then they gain this next, and they leave a big gap, right? Leave a huge gap there. So this top one gets filled right away, and then this is the one that you're looking at, right? So you're looking at the top of this, right? That's not perfect, man. It'll be perfect over here. And then if you miss that Right here, they gained again. They leave a gap. And if you missed that, now we're talking about this here. So we'll see. I would probably venture to say, Donkey Trader, is that you're probably over trading. I'm almost 100% positive of it. You're probably trading way too much. You need to be waiting for a proper setup, right? Especially when you're first starting out. Like, you don't even need to trade every day, man. Just trade when you see proper shit. Now you can trade on smaller time frames. All these setups happen on like the 5 minute. They even happen on the 1 minute or whatever, right? Like you can trade there too. Just your targets need to be according to the time frame. When you're first starting out, you shouldn't even don't even worry about the money, man. Just the money will come. There'll be more money than you even know what to do with. Like, how many fucking houses do you need? You know what I mean? Be able to do whatever you want. It's more important you just focus in on proper setups and learn price action. And focus the fuck out of proper setups. It needs to be proper. You need 5 more. Honestly, I'm drawing the limit at 4. Like I don't need anymore. 4 is already a nightmare in itself. Honestly, or 3 is already a nightmare in itself. Especially in Indonesia and Bali. Everything's built like shit around here because it's not built to any kind of fucking code or standards. So like it's, everything just breaks all the time. I literally have a handyman just on staff at this point. Like I just hired one because I'm just like, well, I need you to every day at this point. Something needs to be done. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hassle, but it's not like I'm doing the work. I just kind of supervise. Today I was dealing with black mold in the kitchen. Yay! It's so stupid. But like how much would this cost you back in the West, man? I had a cabinet maker bring 2 people out and rip apart the cabinets, clean up all the black mold, rebuild the cabinets that were there to like exactly how they were, and reseal everything around the bottom too. How much would that cost in the West to have like a professional a cabinet maker master come out and rip out your cabinets and then make new ones? And the cabinets, they're not like super expensive cabinets. They're just made out of like plywood and like, stuff that goes on the front. Hundreds, yeah. Literally cost $100 for US probably to have 2 people there. Like I would imagine that would cost 500. Probably back home, you know what I mean? Yeah, maybe even 1,000, Yeah, really. All right. All right. What do you guys think here, man? You think we're gonna dump it? Looking a bit dumpy. Starting to look a little dumpy around here. Oh, look a little dumpy around here. Ordered at 38. Nice. Nice. Ordered at 38. We're at 43. Oh, using my crypto. Ah, I see. Yeah, I don't love this setup, but it is. They did lose this, right? You know, they did lose this year. Not the worst setup. Not the best, not the worst. They did. They made new highs and then they lost this, right? So, shorting this isn't not the worst, right? I always like to enter on volume at this point, man. I can't do it any other way. I end up missing a lot of trades, but I just don't give a shit anymore, man. It's not worth it to me. The ones that do things with volume, just they works out way better all the time. Like trading a lot is fine, you know. It's it's fine. It's just like you need to have your targets, according, right? So like if you shorted this, if you shorted this on this 5-minute setup, you need to be taking PTs here, like right here. You need to take one, and then your stop needs to be moved up into profit, right? Especially if you're trading trading on the big boys, or you're trading these props, like these props, they all have trailing drawdowns, they're fucking brutal. A little bit of a turnaround here. We got a gain on the 15-second chart. Let's see if this goes anywhere. Second scalps. Yeah, we could. You wanna? Kind of missed this one, but this would have been one right here. How I trade on the 15-second chart is like I when I have it up and I'm in an area of interest, I just smash in on the gain. You know what I mean? Like on this one, I would have just, as soon as we cleared this, I would have smashed in, or on any kind of retrace, I would have smashed in. I wouldn't wait for it to proper go, you know? Okay, we got market open in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go have a proper cigarette instead of the stupid vape. I'll leave you guys with the tunes. I'll be right back. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you guys sticking around. I hope that that explanation with price action was, you know, sufficient for you guys. You know, I'm here all the time, man. So like, if you have questions about stuff, just ask. It's fine. You know what I mean? It's really not a big deal. I get it. I get that trading is hard at the start. I'm in the Discord, you know, we're in the Discord. It's fine. If you need help, just ask. All right, boys, I'm back. I'm back, man. I'm back. Market open 15. Market open 15. I feel like they're gonna dump it, man. I feel like it's gonna dump. Bus. Best username in the place, man. Telling you. Telling you, boys. Yeah, it's great. It's so great. We'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do here, man. I might be getting involved long or short. I don't know yet. I don't know yet exactly. They did gain this on the inside. They did lose this. Not the greatest, you know. Mixed signals, and it's a 5 minute. It's a dirty 5 minute chart. This is kind of been tested there. Looking a little weak. We're looking a little weak. 10 minutes. Market open. Maybe we'll get one trade. You never know. You know? Sometimes we get trades, sometimes no. The way NQ looks, it looks like they're good. They may take another stab at the highs first. And then reject. Probably take a fucking Bitcoin profit target. Last time I was 6. So now I have 4 funded, 3 in the eval. I'm just gonna smash those evals though and just see if I can get any of more of them funded. I think that's gonna be it though for a bit. Just try to get to payout now for, you know, for them and move forward. It's kind of it's a little rough on these props, man, because like you need to trail your stop, like, you know, you can't give back much at first, so like, you know, you're gonna be stuck with like trailing the stop on the 15-minute chart is basically where you're at with these things. You know what I mean? Like you can't give back much, so you need to trail your stop on the 15-minute and then and just take stops all the time. So it's going to be a nightmare for a month or two or whatever until you build up some you know, some buffer in there that where they don't give you that stupid trailing stop anymore. Like really, you really need to be careful about it. Yeah, Apex. Yeah, like the only way to do it that I've depicted anyway is like you need to take one quick PT and then move the stop and trail the stop for the rest, and then just take stops all the time. It's gonna be frustrating because you can't give your trades any room to breathe, you know. But like you can't do it. You can't be up $400 and give it all back. You can't do that, you know. Or you can't be up $300 even, or $200 even, and give it back, because that moves the needle, you know. So that moves up your trailing stop, or that moves up your trailing threshold that you're allowed to lose. So until you get like a buffer in there, it's like you got to play real tight. Not really cool. It's not really the way I normally trade, but you have to adapt when you're doing this shit a little bit anyway. Until you have a buffer, like once you have $5,000 buffer or whatever, then they just leave you the fuck alone. You know. But until then, it's gonna be like you need to be just careful. Oh, nice. Did you use my referral link? I actually like the platform there. It's pretty good. I ended up blowing up the account there though. Didn't again, like with that, even that one too, it's like you need to be a little bit careful. You think you did? Yeah, good. Appreciate it. Not that it matters. I haven't checked any of the referrals, anything that I do with referrals at all. I'm super busy, man. Like I started managing a construction site here. I want to get experience in like the full. I did build the two villas that I have here. I mean, in the one spot I built them, but I took over the job from the developer, right? Because the developer was fucking not having his shit together, so I took over, and the villas were like basically 60% complete. So I did get a lot of experience there, but I want to get the experience for the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like the ground up. I might as well. So I took on a construction site supervisor job. So I've been a little busy. I mean, it's not like I took it on totally. I have my staff there too, but I swing by all the time just because I wanna learn. I'm pretty sure eventually I'm gonna build another property here. See you later, Crossman. Thanks for dropping in, man. Appreciate you. Leaving before market open. Come on. Bitcoin's trying to hold this area too. Start seeing closes above 104. Could be pretty good. 5, I mean. You guys trying to have a move here too. See what the open brings. Trying to re-achieve here. Blackout rules. All right. Stay safe, man. I know you're in India, so you know. Stay safe out there. Might be a long opportunity here coming up. Kind of should have already taken it, right? Like they did gain this, but they're re-achieving again. Hold this. Hold this. I mean, NQ looks pretty good still. It's just holding. They did put in a lower low, but then they held. So. And then on ES, they're not really at. They didn't take there's still liquidity to take. They didn't really get to it, you know. I kind of feel like they're gonna push this one more time. Like 5. A little bit higher. What kind of stop is this? $50. I might take a couple C tracks, couple contractors. I have to wait and see. I might even just be on the sidelines today, honestly. All right, here's the open. Oh, it looks like a dump. Will they hold this? Will they hold this? If they hold this. Nope. So it's looking good at this point. Use the 15-minute failure. And Bitcoin holding up though. Funny to see. Bitcoin just holding up. I don't really like longs down here. It's kind of rough, you know what I mean? There is this down here, but I don't know if I wouldn't be very comfortable longing that. This kind of just looks like it's going down at this point. See if this 15-minute closes down here. See what the next candle is, and then there might be an opportunity to get in. Yeah, no, I wouldn't even scalp it, man. I'm just gonna not, you know. But there is this right here below this. This too. It's already tested, but see what's going on in the tick. Little gain.
Most of us are heaving through corrupted lungs, setting fire to our insides for fun, collecting names of beloved.
Nice trade, Rubus. Nice trade. Nice trade, Rubus. I like it. I like to see it. So NQ failed now too. Let's see if NQ gives a retest. Might get an opportunity to short it. NQ, the failure is here. So we'll see if they retest it. The area I was looking at for longs. Just like first, like the area, not really any serious longs, but a reaction. We see a bounce here of sorts. So I'm more looking at the NQ at this point, and seeing if they're like, I'm hoping that they're going to bring it back up so we could short this maybe around this range. you know, something like that. They will though. If they don't, that'll be it. There'll be no trades today. That's the only thing I'm interested in at this point. Bitcoin holding like a champion. Really, almost no reaction. Comes liquidity on NQ. I reuse VWAP. I used to have it on my chart. I just don't use it anymore. Maybe, the main thing I look at is just fair value gaps or imbalances in the market and failures and losses, or failures and gains. Pretty much just clean chart. Just lines sideways. That's it. Just the levels. That's all you need. I mean, VWAP does give you some value, so you know, if you, I don't. It's not like I harsh on people for having VWAP on their chart or even volume indicator. You know, there's value in having that stuff on your chart, but I don't know. I just like it nice and clean. Just don't get my mind confused, you know. There's only a few things that you're looking at, right? We're all looking at the same things. the same. Either, you know, do we gain, do we lose? That's it. Are we holding? You know? Oh yeah. It's a good rule of thumb, but I wouldn't, you know, that is a good rule of thumb for sure. But I can't say that I haven't longed above VWAP, and I can't say I haven't shorted below, you know. Especially when you're adding to a position and it's just ripping, you know. And it's like bouncing off 1 hour. It's bouncing off like the 1 hours. Or it's even like holding the 15 minutes, you know, you're just adding to positions. And it looks like they're trying to hold this area a little bit. This is the liquidity on NQ2. Right here you can see it's taking the liquidity out from underneath this. Why this thing stopped working? Yeah, right here. Liquidity underneath the swing here. So we'll see if they can bounce that. Started gaining on the tick chart on ES. Not very convincing, but We'll see. Really, I would like to short this at this point. Like if we do get a bounce back up here, I'll be looking to get in short. Something like that. Some contracts maybe. I don't know if they'll give it to you, but $130 stop. Might miss that one, but it's okay. Quite the dump on NQ. Wow. Bitcoin's starting to dump now too. Quite a ways down, you know. You would think that they're gonna give an entry, you know, a re-entry before dumping it. And there's the gain on the 15 or on the 15 second. See if they can close above this. Not yet. Very convincing. Bitcoin on the 1 hour? Have a look. Oh yeah, I guess. Not really though. Not for me. Yeah, this is nothing for me. I wouldn't have taken that. This is having this is like a clue that it's going down, right? So, you know, getting involved because of that, I can understand. Yeah, decent enough. Like you're just talking about a continuation on this this 1 hour. Yeah, good enough, especially after seeing this. Yeah, good enough, especially after seeing that. But really, if you take a trade here, like you've already taken a PT. Like I would already taken like half of the position out. Stop moved up, and that's it. Now you're targeting like below this, you know. Kind of spooky. Everything here is tested. Everything here is tested. So they dump it. They're probably dumping it to there. Maybe a bit lower. This is the big area, 97 now. So we'll see. Depends if they accumulate here or not. It's cool having people in here that know what the fuck's going on, man. You know? Honestly, Robust, I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. It helps the new guys too, man. Like that donkey trader. I don't know what that guy's deal is, man. He's already taken the dope course and he can't figure it out. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? They tell you everything in that course. It's got to be it, man. It has to be. Probably too much emotion. I mean, that honestly has to be it. He should take his trade size down to like nothing, you know? Like risk like $2 a trade or whatever. You know, it just doesn't really matter. Just so it doesn't matter. Like it should just matter just a bit, you know? Not lots. Gotta fucking focus on the price action. That's it. Hey, we might be holding this area, man. Oh my god, are we gonna hold it? They did take the liquidity. It is a liquidity grab, guys. Are we gonna hold this? Are we gonna gain the 5? I'd like to see it pop and then drop. Pop and then drop. Come on, I'd like to get my entry so I can go to sleep. Bit rough here, man. It's like, you know, it's already 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, it's for trading for me. It's like I can only try to get in here in the market open and like get one trade and that's it. And I just call it at that because it's like there's no way I'm sticking around for a long time, right? Like the longest I stay is like another hour and then that's really all I can do. Rubus, we can make you mod. Let's mod Rubus. There we go. Here you go, brother. Modded. Welcome to the club. Anybody who comes around just gets modded, so it's not a huge deal. All right, we're getting a little pump here. Let's see if we can get an entry. Can we get an entry is the thing, man. It's kind of the thing. I have a feeling that we're not. Thanks for making me feel so special. Yeah, no doubt. Sorry, brother. But it's good. You can ban all the fucking people who come in here that are you know, being stupid, I guess, or whatever. All right, let's go. Let's get me an entry. Let's get me an entry, boys. Let's do it. Enter it, please. Hate you, yes. Why have you forsaken me like that? Just pump it a little bit more. Just a bit more, man. Just a bit. That, you fucking asshole. Just a bit more, and then after that, like, don't do it anymore, you know? That's when you want to stop. You know? Just a bit more, but then stop after. I hate you. You just, you know, you hold this 5 and then go. But then stop and then dump it. Hold this 5-minute swing and then pump it, but just for a bit, and then, you know, then a big dump. Can't believe I missed by like $1. Missed by $1. Hate you. Hate you so much, yes. How'd you do that to me? You know, could you do that? Still could hit. Still, it might be a possibility. If we make new lows though, then the party's over. Party's kind of over already. I think I'm just hanging on to it, you know. My failed attempt at a short here today. I missed by $1. I don't really like to talk about my failures, but sometimes you need to talk about them. Today I failed. Missed by $1. Why? Ah, yes, I hate you. Honestly, if I was trading NQ, it would have been the same shit though. I wouldn't have got it either. Yeah, the dream's dead, man. It's dead. I'm already gonna stop this. Yeah, you know, it was close. I was really like, what did this get to? It was really close. Close, but no cigar. It's got to 30. The high was 39. My entry was 41. Yeah. Damn it. You fucker. You fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, ES. You come around here and don't give me entries. I hate you so much. But other days I love you so much, so it's fine. I guess we're even for today. Yeah, we're gonna flatten that, I guess. Well, you know, yeah, I don't really like not getting a trade, but I missed the initial, and then because I was fucking trying to help goddamn donkey trader how to trade, so I missed the initial setup, you know, and then, you know, I missed that one by $1. What are you gonna do? Not the greatest. Anyway, I think I'm gonna leave that there. What I'm gonna do for the guys on Twitch is I'm gonna send you guys over to Mike, just because there are a few of you here today. So don't forget to join up on the raid. Get you guys in there and get you guys sent over to Mike. Get to join up. Join the raid. Join up on the raid. Get in there. Get in there. You guys got 20 seconds. All right, man. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, hopefully, we get into a fucking trade, you know, instead of this bullshit that would happen today. Let's try to help along Donkey Trader in the in the Discord. If you guys hear him crying out for help, you know, try to help point him in the right direction or whatever, you know. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you over at Mike's. I'll be there in a bit. I'll be there for a bit anyway. All right. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys.